In this life there is an invisible current, a stream of consciousness that moves all things in divine order. You may not always perceive its motion, and there will be times when your human senses will tempt you into believing that nothing is happening. It is in those moments when nothing seems to change that you must hold firm to the understanding that what is meant for you will always come, and it will come at the right time. We often find ourselves restless, yearning for the next step in our journey, impatiently awaiting that which we believe will fulfill our desires. The mind races asking, why hasn't it arrived yet? This is the temptation of the surface level, where we observe only the outer form of things and mistake silence for stagnation. But if you could peer into the depths of your being, you could quiet the noise of the world long enough, you would realize that your desire is already moving toward you, not in a visible manner, but in the realm where all things are first conceived. You see, every experience, every object, every event in your life must begin in imagination. The outer world is merely a shadow cast by the inner world, a reflection of what you hold in your awareness. You may look around and feel as though you are surrounded by lack or delay, but I tell you that is only because you have not yet realized the power you possess. You are the creator of your experience. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption you hold within your mind is weaving together the tapestry of your reality. The key is to trust the process. There is no force in this universe that is out to deny you your desires. The only thing standing between you and what you seek is your belief that it is separate from you. The moment you shift your consciousness to align with the feeling of having already received it, it begins to move toward you. You do not have to chase it, you do not have to struggle to force it into existence. The universe operates under the law of perfect timing, and when you align yourself with this truth, you will understand that everything unfolds precisely when it should. Many people misunderstand the concept of timing. They see it as something imposed upon them from the outside, as though they must wait for the stars to align in some arbitrary way before they can have what they want. But the truth is, time is not a fixed entity, it is a fluid construct, molded by your state of being. When you are in harmony with your desire, when you can feel the joy, peace, and fulfillment of having already received it, time bends to your will. What may have taken years to manifest in the past can come in an instant when you dwell in the right state of consciousness. It is not enough to merely want something, you must live in the assumption that it is already yours. This is where many falter. They think of their desires as something distant, something they hope to one day attain. But in doing so, they keep it at arm's length. To truly manifest, you must live in the end. You must adopt the feeling of having already achieved what you seek. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions must reflect the state of the person who already has it. Only then will it flow to you naturally, effortlessly. You do not plant a seed in the ground and then dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust that beneath the soil, invisible to your eyes, the seed is germinating, taking root, and in time will sprout. Arjuna, must you trust the process of your own creation? Once you have planted the seed of desire in your imagination, allow it the space to grow. Do not concern yourself with how or when it will manifest. The how is not your concern. Your job is to nurture the feeling of its fulfillment, to water the seed with faith, and to know that it is already on its way. Often we are tempted to look outside of ourselves for signs of progress. We become anxious, scanning the horizon for some indication that our desire is coming. But this is the wrong approach. The external world is always a reflection of the internal state. And if you are searching for signs, it means you are still operating from a place of lack. You must know, without a shadow of a doubt, that what you want is already yours. When you can achieve this inner knowing, the outer world will rearrange itself to match your belief. It must, for that is the law. Now, you may be wondering, if I have done all of this, why has my desire not yet appeared in my life? The answer lies in your relationship with time. You see, timing is a function of alignment. If there is any part of you that still harbors doubt, fear, or a sense of unworthiness, that will delay the manifestation. But do not despair. Even these moments of doubt are part of the process. They are opportunities for growth, for refinement, for you to strengthen your conviction. Every delay you perceive is not a punishment or a denial. It is a chance for you to deepen your faith, to become more aligned with the person you need to be in order to receive what you have asked for. So do not rush the process. Do not allow impatience to rob you of the joy that is available to you right now. There is beauty in the journey, even in the waiting. Trust that what you have asked for is already on its way, and in the meantime, focus on aligning yourself with the feeling of its fulfillment. Live as though it is already done, because in the deeper reality it is. Everything you desire already exists in potential. It is simply waiting for you to align with it. You must understand that there is no such thing as a wasted moment. Every experience, every interaction, every seemingly mundane task is part of the grand tapestry of your life. Even in the waiting, even in the silence, things are moving. The universe is always in motion, always orchestrating the perfect conditions for your desire to manifest. You may not see it, but beneath the surface, everything is aligning in your favor. It is often in the moments when we let go, when we release our grip on how and when things should happen, that they come to us. When you are no longer fixated on the outcome, when you trust that it will come in the perfect time, you open yourself up to receive it. This is not to say that you should become passive or complacent. On the contrary, you must be active in your faith. But your activity is not in chasing or forcing, it is in embodying the feeling of already having received. It is in maintaining the inner conviction that all is well, that everything is unfolding as it should. There is a divine order to all things, and when you align yourself with this order, you begin to move with the flow of life, rather than against it. You realize that what is meant for you cannot pass you by. You no longer feel the need to compare your journey to anyone else's, for you understand that each person is on their own unique path. What is right for them may not be right for you, and that is okay. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything that is meant for you is already on its way. Remember this, the universe is always working in your favor, even when it doesn't seem like it. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and trust in yourself. What you desire will come to you at the right time, in the right way. And when it does, you will look back and realize that it could not have happened any other way. All is well, and all will be well. Live in the knowing that your desires are already fulfilled. Feel the joy, the peace, and the gratitude of having received them, and then release it. Let go of the need to control the outcome. Trust that it is already done, and in the perfect time it will come to you. When you can do this, you will experience the true magic of creation. You will realize that you are not separate from your desires, but that they are already a part of you, waiting to unfold in the physical realm. And when they do, it will feel as though they had been with you all along, because in truth they have. That trust in divine timing is a fundamental concept that underpins the entire process of manifestation and spiritual growth. It speaks to the profound realization that there is a higher intelligence at work in the universe, one that operates with precision and purpose. Trusting in divine timing means surrendering to the flow of life, allowing things to unfold naturally, and understanding that everything happens exactly when it is meant to happen. This concept is often difficult to grasp in a world that emphasizes control, urgency, and instant gratification, but it is essential to inner peace and the manifestation of one's desires. When we talk about divine timing, we are acknowledging that there is an order and rhythm to life that is beyond human comprehension. It's easy to become impatient, especially when we are deeply invested in our desires. We want to see results immediately. However, the universe operates on its own timeline, and it is not always aligned with our personal sense of urgency. The challenge, therefore, is to cultivate patience and trust in the process, even when there is no outward sign of progress. This trust is not passive, it is an active faith in the benevolence and intelligence of the universe. The illusion of control is one of the greatest obstacles to trusting in divine timing. As humans, we are conditioned to believe that we must constantly be doing, pushing and forcing things to happen. We think that if we are not in control, then nothing will move forward. But in reality, much of life's magic happens when we step back and allow things to unfold in their own time. By trying to control every aspect of our lives, we often disrupt the natural flow of events and create unnecessary stress and resistance. True power comes from the ability to let go, surrender to the higher forces at play, and to trust that what is meant for us will come when the time is right. Furthermore, there is great wisdom in divine timing, because it ensures that we receive what we need when we are truly ready for it. Sometimes we may think we are ready for something when, in reality, we still have internal growth to do. If we were to receive our desires prematurely, we might not be able to fully appreciate or sustain them. The time that passes between asking for something and receiving it is not a delay or a denial, it is a period of preparation. It is during this time that we are being shaped into the person who can fully receive and steward the blessing we seek. Trusting in divine timing means trusting that you are being prepared, even when you cannot see it. One of the key aspects of trusting in divine timing is learning to be present. Often we are so focused on the future, on what we want to happen, that we miss the beauty and lessons of the present moment. But it is in the present moment that life is lived, and it is in the present that we lay the foundation for the future. When you trust in divine timing, you begin to understand that there is no need to rush, no need to push. Everything is unfolding perfectly, and the present moment is exactly where you need to be. By grounding yourself in the present, you open yourself up to the guidance and opportunities that are right in front of you, rather than being consumed by anxiety about the future. Trusting in divine timing also means trusting in yourself. It means believing that you are on the right path, even when things don't seem to be going the way you expected. There may be times when your journey feels slow or difficult, but these moments are not signs of failure or misalignment. They are opportunities for growth, for deepening your faith in yourself and in the universe. When you trust in divine timing, you cultivate resilience, knowing that everything is happening for a reason, even if that reason is not immediately clear. Moreover, divine timing teaches us that delays are often blessings in disguise. What may appear to be a setback or a delay is often the universe's way of protecting us or guiding us towards something better than we had imagined. There are countless stories of people who, in hindsight, realize that their delays or detours were the very things that led them to greater opportunities or deeper fulfillment. Trusting in divine timing allows us to stay open to these possibilities, rather than becoming frustrated or disheartened by what we perceive as obstacles. Finally, trusting in divine timing brings a sense of peace and surrender. When you truly believe that everything is happening in perfect order, you no longer feel the need to worry or stress about when things will happen. You are able to relax into the flow of life, knowing that what is meant for you will come in its own time. This doesn't mean that you stop working toward your goals or give up on your desires. It simply means that you trust that the universe is handling the details, and you can release the anxiety that comes with trying to control the outcome. Trusting in divine timing is about aligning with the flow of life rather than resisting it. It is about understanding that everything happens at the right moment, not a second too soon or too late. It is about surrendering the need to control every aspect of your journey and embracing the wisdom that comes from waiting for the right time. When you trust in divine timing, you align yourself with the greater forces at work, and you open yourself up to receive your desires in the most beautiful, harmonious way possible. Align with the feeling of fulfillment speaks to the profound concept that our external reality is a reflection of our internal state. What we experience in life is not dictated by chance or external circumstances, but by the vibration we hold within. When you align yourself with the feeling of already having what you desire, you set in motion the forces that bring that desire into physical form. This concept can be difficult to grasp at first, because we are so conditioned to believe that we must see things before we can feel them. But the true power of creation lies in the ability to feel it first, even before it materializes. One of the key aspects of aligning with the feeling of fulfillment is learning to live in the end. This means that instead of waiting for the external world to give you permission to feel happy, successful, or loved, you cultivate those feelings within yourself first. You begin to think, act, and feel as though your desire has already been fulfilled. This may feel unnatural at first, but it is one of the most powerful practices you can adopt. When you feel as though your desire is already yours, the universe responds by aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities that mirror that internal state. It's important to understand that this isn't about pretending or forcing yourself to feel something you don't believe. It's about shifting your focus away from the absence of what you want, and instead nurturing the emotions that would naturally arise if your desire had already manifested. If you desire a loving relationship, instead of dwelling on loneliness or frustration, you begin to cultivate the feelings of love, joy, and connection within yourself. You treat yourself with the same love and respect that you would expect in a relationship. In doing so, you become a vibrational match for the love you seek, and it becomes easier for that love to find its way to you. Aligning with the feeling of fulfillment is also about recognizing the power of your imagination. Your imagination is not a place of idle fantasy, it is the creative engine of your life. Everything you experience in the physical world was once an idea in someone's mind. By engaging your imagination, you can practice feeling the reality of your desire before it arrives. You can visualize what it would feel like to have already achieved your goals, to live in the house you want, to have the career you dream of, or to be in the relationship you desire. The more vividly you can imagine it, and the more deeply you can feel it, the more real it becomes to your subconscious mind. One of the challenges people face when trying to align with the feeling of fulfillment is doubt. It's easy to feel like you are pretending or deceiving yourself, especially when your current reality looks very different from what you desire. However, this is where faith comes into play. Faith is not about blindly believing that something will happen, it is about knowing that your internal state will eventually manifest in the external world. That you must hold steadfast to the feeling of fulfillment even when there is no physical evidence to support it. This is the essence of living in the end, and it is a practice that requires patience and trust. Another important aspect of aligning with the feeling of fulfillment is gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can emit, and it naturally aligns you with the feeling of having already received. When you are grateful for what you already have, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from what is missing to what is present. This shift in focus not only changes how you feel, but also changes the frequency you are emitting. The more you practice gratitude, the more you attract experiences and circumstances that reflect that vibration of abundance. It's also important to remember that aligning with the feeling of fulfillment is not about being in denial of your current circumstances. It's about choosing to focus on the reality you wish to create, rather than dwelling on the one you want to leave behind. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that problems don't exist. It means holding on to the belief that you have the power to change your reality through your feelings and thoughts. You acknowledge where you are, but you don't allow it to define you. Instead, you define yourself by the reality you are creating. The more you align with the feeling of fulfillment, the more momentum you build. Your energy becomes focused and clear, and this clarity allows the universe to respond quickly and decisively. You will start to notice synchronicities, opportunities, and people showing up in your life in ways that support your desires. This is the universe's way of reflecting back the energy you are emitting. The key is to maintain that alignment consistently, even when the outer world seems unchanged. Trust that the changes are happening beneath the surface, and in time they will be visible. Alignment with the feeling of fulfillment is about embodying the emotional state of having already received your desire. It is about living in the end, using your imagination, practicing gratitude, and maintaining faith even in the face of doubt. By aligning your internal state with the reality you wish to create, you become a powerful co-creator with the universe, drawing your desires into your life with ease and grace. This alignment is not just a mental exercise, it is a way of being that transforms how you experience the world and allows you to create the life you truly desire. Let go of control and attachment delves into one of the most challenging aspects of manifestation and personal growth. Many people believe that in order to manifest their desires, they must exert control over every aspect of the process. They think that if they are not constantly pushing, planning, and managing, nothing will happen. However, this mindset creates resistance and limits the flow of abundance into their lives. Letting go of control and attachment is about surrendering the need to micromanage the outcome. trusting that the universe has its own way of delivering what you want, often in ways that are far beyond your imagination. One of the first things to understand when learning to let go of control is that control is often rooted in fear. We try to control situations because we are afraid that things won't turn out the way we want them to. We fear disappointment, failure, or the unknown, and so we cling tightly to our own plans and expectations. But this fear-based approach to life keeps us in a state of tension and anxiety. It limits our ability to see the bigger picture and to allow the universe to work its magic. By letting go of control, you release that tension and open yourself up to the infinite possibilities that exist beyond your immediate awareness. Letting go of control does not mean giving up on your desires or becoming passive. It's not about resigning yourself to whatever happens without taking action. Instead, it's about releasing the need to dictate how things must unfold. You still take inspired action toward your goals, but you do so with the understanding that you do not have to figure out every detail. The universe operates with an intelligence far greater than our own, and it knows the fastest, most harmonious route to bring your desires to fruition. When you let go of control, you allow the universe to guide you toward the right people, opportunities, and circumstances that will help manifest your desires in ways you may not have anticipated. Attachment, like control, is another form of resistance that can block the flow of manifestation. Attachment happens when we become fixated on a specific outcome, believing that our happiness or success depends on it. We attach ourselves to one way of achieving our desires, and in doing so, we close ourselves off to the many other ways the universe could fulfill our wishes. This attachment creates a sense of desperation, and desperation is a low vibration that repels what we want. When you are attached to an outcome, you send out the signal that you don't believe you will be okay without it. This energy of lack and neediness pushes your desire further away. Letting go of attachment is about cultivating a sense of inner wholeness and trust. It's about knowing that your well-being and happiness are not dependent on any external condition. When you can detach from the outcome, you signal to the universe that you are open to receiving what is best for you, even if it doesn't come in the exact form or timing you imagined. This openness allows the universe to work on your behalf, often bringing you something even better than what you originally wanted. Detachment does not mean indifference. It means trusting that no matter what happens, you will be okay, and that life is unfolding perfectly for you. One of the most powerful ways to practice letting go of control and attachment is to focus on the feelings behind your desire rather than the specific outcome. For example, if you desire a particular job, it's not the job itself that you truly want, but the feelings of accomplishment, financial stability, and purpose that you believe the job will provide. By focusing on those feelings rather than the job itself, you align yourself with the energy of your desire without becoming attached to one specific outcome. This allows the universe to bring those feelings into your life in various ways, which might include the job you want, but could also include other opportunities that you hadn't considered. Another important aspect of letting go of control is releasing the need for instant gratification. In today's world, we are conditioned to expect immediate results, and when things don't happen quickly, we become anxious or frustrated. But manifestation operates on divine timing, and things often take longer to materialize because certain conditions need to align first. When you let go of control, you also let go of the need for things to happen on your timeline. You trust that the universe is orchestrating everything behind the scenes, and that it will all come together at the right moment. Patience is a key part of this process. It's about being willing to allow things to unfold naturally, without forcing or rushing them. Letting go of control also means releasing the need for certainty. Many of us are uncomfortable with uncertainty because it makes us feel vulnerable. But it is in the space of uncertainty that the greatest opportunities for growth and transformation lie. When you let go of the need to know exactly how things will turn out, you allow yourself to be surprised by life. You open yourself up to possibilities that you hadn't previously considered. This requires a leap of faith, but it is in this space of not knowing that you can experience the most profound breakthroughs. The unknown is where the magic happens, and by letting go of the need for certainty, you make room for the miraculous. Finally, letting go of control and attachment requires self-trust. You must trust that you are worthy of your desires and that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. When you trust yourself, you don't feel the need to control every aspect of the process because you know that, no matter what happens, you will be able to navigate it. You trust that the universe is always conspiring in your favor and that everything is working out for your highest good. This trust allows you to relax into the process, to enjoy the journey, and to remain open to all the wonderful things that are coming your way. Letting go of control and attachment is about releasing fear, trusting in the process, and being open to the infinite ways that the universe can fulfill your desires. It's about shifting your focus from micromanaging the outcome to cultivating the inner state that attracts what you want. By letting go, you allow life to flow more easily, and you align yourself with the natural abundance and grace of the universe. This surrender does not diminish your power, it enhances it. By letting go, you make space for the divine to step in and co-create your reality with you. Understand the power of inner conviction highlights the critical role that belief plays in shaping our reality. Inner conviction is more than just positive thinking or fleeting hope. It is a deep, unwavering knowing that what you desire is not only possible, but inevitable. When you have strong inner conviction, you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the certainty that your desires will manifest. This sense of certainty is the foundation of all successful manifestations, because it creates a vibrational match between you and what you seek. At the heart of inner conviction is the belief that you are the creator of your reality. This belief goes beyond mere intellectual understanding and sinks into the core of your being. Many people understand on a surface level that their thoughts and emotions influence their life experiences, but few realize the full extent of their creative power. When you fully embrace your role as a creator, you begin to see the world differently. You recognize that your external circumstances are not random or out of your control, but are instead a direct reflection of your internal state. With this understanding comes immense responsibility, but also immense freedom. You are not at the mercy of fate or chance. You have the power to shape your reality through your inner conviction. Inner conviction is built on faith, but not the kind of faith that is fragile and dependent on external evidence. It is the type of faith that persists even when there are no outward signs that your desire is on its way. In fact, this unwavering faith is often tested in moments when things seem to be going wrong or when progress appears slow. It is in these moments of doubt and uncertainty that inner conviction becomes essential. Those who lack conviction are easily swayed by circumstances. They allow temporary setbacks to erode their belief in what they want. However, those with strong inner conviction remain steadfast, trusting that the process is unfolding perfectly, even if it is not yet visible in the physical world. This conviction is not blind faith. It is rooted in the understanding of universal laws, particularly the law of attraction and the law of assumption. These laws state that like attracts like, and that what you assume to be true will become your reality. When you operate from a place of inner conviction, you are assuming the truth of your desire's fulfillment before it arrives. You are aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the version of yourself who already has what you seek. This creates a powerful energetic signal that attracts the circumstances and opportunities that are in alignment with your conviction. It is important to note that inner conviction is not about wishful thinking or hoping that things will happen. It is about embodying the feeling of already having what you want. When you are truly convicted, you do not waver or question whether your desire will manifest. You know it will. This knowing shifts your entire vibration. It changes how you interact with the world, how you perceive challenges, and how you approach your goals. Instead of coming from a place of lack or need, you operate from a place of abundance and certainty. This shift in mindset and energy is what allows your desires to manifest with ease. Building inner conviction requires consistency and self-discipline. It's easy to believe in your desires when things are going well, but it's much harder to maintain that belief when obstacles arise. However, it is in these moments of difficulty that your conviction is strengthened. Every time you choose to hold on to your belief in the face of doubt, you are reinforcing your inner conviction. This process of reinforcement builds resilience and strengthens your faith in yourself and in the universe. One of the ways to cultivate inner conviction is through the practice of visualization and affirmations. Visualization is a powerful tool that allows you to mentally rehearse the experience of having your desire before it manifests. When done correctly, visualization helps to embed the feeling of already having what you want into your subconscious mind. The more vividly you can imagine your desired outcome, and the more real it feels to you, the stronger your inner conviction will become. Similarly, affirmations can be used to reprogram your mind with positive beliefs and assumptions. By consistently affirming the reality of your desires, you begin to shift your internal narrative from one of doubt and uncertainty to one of certainty and fulfillment. Finally, inner conviction is about aligning with the feeling of fulfillment. This means that you must cultivate the emotions and mindset of already having what you desire. You cannot wait for the manifestation to feel happy, abundant, or successful. You must embody those feelings now. By aligning your emotional state with the outcome you want, you create a vibrational match for that outcome, allowing it to manifest more quickly and easily. Inner conviction is the driving force behind all successful manifestations. It is the deep, unwavering belief that what you desire is already yours. And it is this belief that aligns you with the energy of your desires. Cultivating inner conviction requires faith, self-trust, and a commitment to maintaining a positive internal state, even in the face of challenges. When you understand and harness the power of inner conviction, you become a master of your reality, capable of manifesting anything you desire with confidence and ease. Embrace the journey, and growth emphasizes the importance of viewing life as a continuous process of development, rather than focusing solely on the end result. Many people become so fixated on their desires that they overlook the value of the journey itself, missing out on the personal growth, lessons, and experiences that unfold along the way. Manifestation and personal transformation are not merely about attaining goals, but about who you become in the process of achieving them. Embracing the journey is a shift in mindset that allows you to appreciate every step, no matter how small, and recognize that growth happens in every moment, not just when you reach the destination. One of the most significant aspects of embracing the journey is recognizing that growth is often uncomfortable. Personal growth rarely occurs when things are easy or comfortable. It happens when you are pushed outside of your comfort zone, when you face challenges, and when you are required to adapt and change. Many people resist these moments of discomfort because they view them as obstacles or setbacks. However, when you embrace the journey, you begin to see these challenges as opportunities for growth. You understand that every challenge is helping you to become the person who is capable of receiving and sustaining what you desire. Growth requires patience, and this is where embracing the journey becomes crucial. Too often, people want instant results and become frustrated when their desires don't manifest immediately. But the process of growth takes time, and rushing through it can lead to missed opportunities for learning and self-discovery. Patience is not about waiting passively, it's about trusting that every step you take is moving you closer to your goals, even when progress seems slow. Embracing the journey means being present in the process and allowing yourself to enjoy each phase of development, rather than being fixated on the future or feeling impatient with where you are. When you embrace the journey, you also become more open to the unexpected twists and turns that life brings. The path to your desires is rarely linear. There will be detours, surprises, and even moments where it feels like you are moving backward. These moments are part of the process, and they often carry important lessons that are necessary for your growth. By embracing the journey, you release the need to control every step, and instead trust that the universe is guiding you in the right direction, even when things don't go according to your original plan. Sometimes, what appears to be a detour is actually the most direct route to your goal, because it provides you with the growth and wisdom you need to fully realize your desires. Another key element of embracing the journey is cultivating a sense of presence. So many people live their lives in the future, always thinking about what's next, what they want to achieve, or what they need to do. This constant focus on the future can create anxiety and a sense of dissatisfaction with the present moment. However, the present is where life happens, and it's where growth occurs. When you embrace the journey, you learn to be fully present in each moment, appreciating where you are right now, even if it's not where you ultimately want to be. By doing so, you tap into the joy, fulfillment, and growth that are available to you in the present, rather than always chasing after some future moment of happiness. Embracing the journey also means accepting that growth is a lifelong process. There is no final destination where you will have achieved everything and no longer need to grow. Life is about continual expansion, and with each new goal or desire, there will be new opportunities for growth. This perspective allows you to approach life with a sense of curiosity and openness, rather than frustration or impatience. You understand that there will always be new lessons to learn, new challenges to overcome, and new experiences to have. Instead of resisting this process, you welcome it, knowing that every step is helping you to become more of who you are meant to be. An essential part of embracing the journey is cultivating gratitude for the process itself. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present, from what you have yet to achieve to what you have already accomplished. When you are grateful for the journey, you begin to see that every experience, whether positive or negative, is contributing to your growth. Gratitude helps you to appreciate the small victories, the lessons learned, and the progress made along the way. It creates a positive mindset that allows you to stay motivated and inspired, even when the journey is difficult. Growth also involves self-awareness. As you move along your journey, you begin to learn more about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your desires, and your fears. This self-awareness is invaluable because it allows you to make conscious choices about how you want to grow and what you want to focus on. When you embrace the journey, you take the time to reflect on your experiences, to learn from them, and to make adjustments as needed. You become more in tune with yourself and your needs, which helps you to stay aligned with your desires and continue growing in a direction that is meaningful to you. Finally, embracing the journey means celebrating progress, no matter how small. It's easy to become discouraged when you feel like you haven't yet reached your destination. But when you celebrate the small steps forward, you reinforce a positive mindset and stay motivated to keep going. Each step, no matter how small, is a sign of growth and progress, and by acknowledging it, you create momentum that helps carry you toward your larger goals. Embracing the journey and growth is about shifting your focus from the destination to the process. It's about appreciating every step, learning from every experience, and understanding that the journey itself is where the real transformation happens. When you embrace the journey, you cultivate patience, presence, gratitude, and self-awareness, allowing you to grow into the person who is ready to receive and sustain the fulfillment of your desires. This mindset not only makes the journey more enjoyable, but also ensures that you are growing and evolving with each step you take toward your goals. At its core, this point encourages you to trust in the inherent wisdom of the universe. Often we get caught up in the fear that we might miss out on opportunities, or that if we don't take immediate action, our desires will slip through our fingers. This fear leads to a mentality of scarcity, where we believe that life is a competition for limited resources, and that if we don't constantly push and strive, we will be left behind. However, when you internalize the belief that what is meant for you will come, you shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. You begin to understand that the universe is infinitely abundant, and that there is more than enough for everyone. What is truly meant for you cannot be taken away or delayed by external circumstances, because it is already destined to be yours. One of the most profound aspects of knowing that what is meant for you will come is that it allows you to release attachment to specific outcomes. When we are deeply attached to a particular result, we often experience anxiety and fear, worrying about whether or not things will turn out the way we want them to. This attachment can actually create resistance, because it is based on the underlying belief that we might not get what we desire. However, when you trust that what is meant for you will come, you are able to let go of this attachment and surrender to the flow of life. You no longer need to obsess over how or when something will happen, because you trust that, in the grand scheme of things, everything is happening exactly as it should. This trust in what is meant for you also enables you to handle setbacks and disappointments with greater ease. It's natural to feel frustrated or discouraged when things don't go as planned. But when you believe that what is truly meant for you will come, you can view these challenges from a higher perspective. Instead of seeing them as failures or rejections, you begin to understand that they are redirections steering you away from what is not meant for you and towards something better. Often what seems like a setback is actually the universe's way of clearing the path for something more aligned with your true purpose. When you embrace this perspective, you become more resilient, understanding that even the delays and detours are part of the process of receiving what is ultimately meant for you. Another important element of knowing that what is meant for you will come is patience. In a world where we are often conditioned to expect instant results, it can be difficult to trust in the timing of the universe. We want things to happen on our schedule, and when they don't, we may feel frustrated or anxious. However, when you trust that what is meant for you will come, you cultivate the patience to allow things to unfold naturally. You begin to understand that there is a divine timing at play, and that everything happens when the conditions are right. Just as a seed must go through a period of growth before it can bloom, your desires must also align with the right circumstances, people, and opportunities before they can manifest in your life. Patience, therefore, becomes a form of faith that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, and that what is meant for you is already on its way. Moreover, this belief helps you stay grounded in moments of comparison. It is easy to look at others and feel that they are achieving their goals faster, or that they are getting opportunities that seem out of reach for you. But when you know that what is meant for you will come, you stop comparing your journey to others. You understand that each person is on their own unique path, and that their success does not take away from yours. What is meant for them is for them, and what is meant for you is for you. This mindset fosters a sense of inner peace, allowing you to celebrate others' achievements without feeling envious or insecure. You know that your time will come when the moment is right, and you trust that the universe has something equally special in store for you. Knowing that what is meant for you will come also brings a sense of liberation. You are no longer weighed down by the constant pressure to force things into place. Instead, you are free to move through life with a sense of ease and flow, trusting that you are being guided toward your highest good. This does not mean that you become passive or complacent. On the contrary, you continue to take inspired action toward your goals, but you do so with the understanding that you do not need to control every detail. You act from a place of trust and alignment, rather than from a place of fear or desperation. This trust in what is meant for you also helps you to make decisions with greater clarity. When you are deeply rooted in the belief that the right opportunities will find you, you no longer feel the need to rush into decisions out of fear of missing out. You become more discerning, listening to your intuition, and allowing yourself to be guided toward what feels right. This inner knowing allows you to say no to opportunities that are not aligned with your true purpose, even if they seem appealing on the surface. You trust that by staying true to yourself, you will attract the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that are truly meant for you. Finally, knowing that what is meant for you will come fosters a deep sense of gratitude. When you trust that everything is happening in divine order, you begin to appreciate the present moment for what it is. You stop waiting for your desires to manifest before you allow yourself to feel happy or fulfilled. Instead, you cultivate gratitude for where you are right now, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be on your journey. This gratitude raises your vibration, aligning you with the energy of abundance and attracting even more blessings into your life. Knowing that what is meant for you will come is a powerful mindset that allows you to move through life with trust, patience, and ease. It frees you from the need to control every outcome, helps you handle setbacks with grace, and fosters a deep sense of inner peace. By embracing this belief, you align yourself with the flow of the universe, allowing your desires to manifest in their perfect time and in the most harmonious way. Ultimately, what is meant for you will come, and when it does, it will be better than anything you could have forced or planned. In conclusion, the journey of manifesting your desires and creating the life you envision is not merely about the outcomes you seek, but about the inner transformation and growth that occurs along the way. Trusting in divine timing, aligning with the feeling of fulfillment, letting go of control and attachment, cultivating inner conviction, embracing the journey and growth, and knowing that what is meant for you will come are all essential principles that guide you toward your highest potential. These truths empower you to approach life with patience, faith, and a deep sense of trust, allowing you to release the fear and anxiety that often accompany the pursuit of your goals. By integrating these principles into your daily life, you become aligned with the natural flow of the universe, moving through challenges with grace and welcoming the opportunities and experiences that are meant for you. In doing so, you realize that the path to your desires is not about forcing or striving, but about becoming the person who is ready to receive them. Yet, everything that is meant for you will arrive in its perfect time. And as you trust in this process, you will find peace in the present and fulfillment in every step of the journey.
Hey there, have you ever wondered why some people seem to command respect effortlessly, while others struggle to gain the admiration and esteem of those around them? Well, today I'm here to shed light on 4 awful habits that might be sabotaging your efforts to earn the respect you deserve. These habits can sneakily creep into your life without you even realizing it, slowly eroding the foundation of respect that you've worked so hard to build. But don't worry, because by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge and tools necessary to identify and eliminate these respect-killing habits from your life once and for all. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty details, let me ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt disrespected or undervalued by others? Maybe it was at work, where your colleagues seemed to dismiss your ideas without giving them a fair chance. Or perhaps it was in your personal life, where your friends or family members consistently talked over you or ignored your opinions. If you've experienced these scenarios, you know firsthand how frustrating and demoralizing it can be to feel like you're not being given the respect you deserve. But here's the thing, respect isn't something that's handed out freely. It's earned through your actions, your words, and the way you carry yourself. And unfortunately, there are certain habits that can quickly derail your efforts to gain respect, no matter how hard you try. These habits are like silent assassins, slowly chipping away at your credibility and making it harder for others to see you as someone worthy of their admiration and esteem. So what are these 4 awful habits that make people disrespect you? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a deep dive into each one of them. And trust me, by the time we're done, you'll have a newfound appreciation for the power of your own actions and the impact they can have on the way others perceive you. The first habit that can make people disrespect you is a lack of integrity. Integrity is the foundation upon which respect is built. It's the quality of being honest, trustworthy, and consistent in your actions and words. When you lack integrity, people start to question your motives and your reliability. They begin to wonder if they can trust you to follow through on your commitments, or if you'll say one thing and do another. Think about it this way: if you consistently make promises that you don't keep, or if you're caught in lies or half-truths, how can anyone trust you? How can they respect you when they don't know if they can believe a word that comes out of your mouth? Integrity is like the glue that holds your relationships together. Without it, everything falls apart. So if you want to earn the respect of those around you, you need to make integrity a non-negotiable part of your character. You need to be honest, even when it's difficult. You need to follow through on your commitments, even when it's inconvenient. And you need to be consistent in your actions, even when no one is watching. But here's the thing: integrity isn't something you can fake. It's not a mask you can put on when it's convenient and take off when it's not. It's a way of life, a commitment to being the best version of yourself, even when it's hard. And when you live with integrity, people notice. They see you as someone they can trust, someone they can count on, and someone they can respect. The second habit that can make people disrespect you is a lack of self-respect. Now, I know what you might be thinking: wait a minute, I thought this was about how to earn the respect of others, not about respecting myself. But here's the thing: the way you treat yourself is a reflection of how you expect others to treat you. Think about it this way: if you constantly put yourself down, if you engage in negative self-talk or allow others to walk all over you, what message are you sending to the world? You're telling people that you don't value yourself, that you don't believe you're worthy of respect. And if you don't respect yourself, how can you expect anyone else to respect you? Self-respect is about setting boundaries, standing up for yourself, and treating yourself with the same kindness and compassion that you would extend to a dear friend. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less than you deserve. When you have self-respect, you carry yourself differently. You walk with your head held high, confident in who you are and what you bring to the table. You speak up when something doesn't feel right, and you're not afraid to say no when something doesn't align with your values or goals. And here's the beautiful thing: when you respect yourself, others can't help but respect you too. They see the way you treat yourself, and they instinctively know that you're not someone to be trifled with. They understand that you have standards and expectations for how you want to be treated, and they rise to meet those expectations. So if you want to earn the respect of others, start by respecting yourself. Treat yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and dignity that you would extend to someone you deeply admire. Set boundaries, stand up for yourself, and refuse to settle for anything less than you deserve. When you do, you'll find that respect becomes a natural byproduct of the way you live your life. The third habit that can make people disrespect you is a lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to understand their perspective and feelings, even if they differ from your own. When you lack empathy, you come across as cold, disconnected, and uncaring. You give the impression that you're only interested in your own needs and desires and that you don't care about the impact your actions have on others. Think about a time when you've interacted with someone who lacked empathy. Maybe it was a boss who consistently dismissed your concerns, or a friend who always managed to make the conversation about themselves. How did that make you feel? Chances are you felt unheard, unvalued, and disrespected. Now imagine being on the other side of that interaction. Imagine being the person who lacks empathy, who consistently puts their own needs above others, who fails to consider how their words and actions might be impacting those around them. How do you think that comes across to others? Do you think it inspires respect and admiration, or does it breed resentment and disdain? Empathy is the key to building strong, respectful relationships. When you take the time to understand others, to listen to their perspectives and concerns, you show them that you value them as human beings. You demonstrate that you're not just interested in what they can do for you, but that you genuinely care about their well-being and happiness. And here's the thing, empathy isn't just about being nice or agreeable. It's about having the courage to have difficult conversations, to stand up for what's right, even when it's unpopular. It's about being willing to put yourself in someone else's shoes, even when their experiences and perspectives are vastly different from your own. When you cultivate empathy, you become a better leader, a better friend, and a better human being. You inspire others to be their best selves, and you create a culture of respect and understanding that permeates every aspect of your life. So if you want to earn the respect of those around you, start by practicing empathy. Take the time to listen, to understand, and to consider the perspectives of others. Show them that you value them as human beings and that you're willing to put in the work to build strong, respectful relationships. When you do, you'll find that respect becomes a natural byproduct of the way you interact with the world. The fourth and final habit that can make people disrespect you is a lack of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to understand your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and how they impact those around you. When you lack self-awareness, you're like a bull in a china shop, crashing through life without any regard for the damage you might be causing. Think about it this way. Have you ever been in a meeting where someone consistently interrupted others or talked over them? Or have you ever had a friend who always managed to make everything about themselves, no matter what the conversation was about? Chances are those people lacked self-awareness. They were so caught up in their own thoughts and desires that they failed to consider how their actions were impacting those around them. Now imagine being that person. Imagine going through life without any awareness of how your words and actions are being perceived by others. Imagine consistently offending or alienating people without even realizing it. How do you think that would impact your relationships and your ability to earn respect? Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth and development. It's the key to understanding your own strengths and weaknesses, and to making the changes necessary to become the best version of yourself. When you're self-aware, you're able to see yourself objectively, to understand how your actions and behaviors are impacting those around you, and to make adjustments as needed. And here's the thing, self-awareness isn't something that comes naturally to most people. It's a skill that needs to be developed and cultivated over time. It requires a willingness to be honest with yourself, to seek out feedback from others, and to make changes when necessary. But when you do the work to become more self-aware, the payoff is immense. You become a better communicator, a better leader, and a better friend. You're able to build stronger, more respectful relationships, and to create a life that aligns with your deepest values and goals. So, if you want to earn the respect of those around you, start by cultivating self-awareness. Take the time to understand your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and how they impact those around you. Seek out feedback from others and be willing to make changes when necessary. When you do, you'll find that respect becomes a natural byproduct of the way you show up in the world. Now, I know that cultivating these habits of integrity, self-respect, empathy, and self-awareness can be a daunting task. It requires a willingness to be vulnerable, to take an honest look at yourself, and to make changes when necessary. But here's the thing, the rewards are so worth it. When you live with integrity, when you respect yourself and others, when you cultivate empathy and self-awareness, you become a beacon of light in a world that can often feel dark and chaotic. You inspire others to be their best selves, and you create a ripple effect of positivity and respect that touches everyone around you. And here's the beautiful thing: respect isn't something that's finite or scarce. It's not something that you have to hoard or guard jealously. In fact, the more respect you give to others, the more respect you'll receive in return. It's a virtuous cycle that feeds on itself, creating a culture of kindness, compassion, and understanding. So my challenge to you today is this: take a hard look at yourself and your habits. Ask yourself if you're living with integrity, if you're respecting yourself and others, if you're cultivating empathy and self-awareness. And if you find that you're falling short in any of these areas, don't beat yourself up. Remember, personal growth is a journey, not a destination. Instead, commit to making small changes every day. Start by being honest with yourself and others, even when it's hard. Practice treating yourself with the same kindness and compassion that you would extend to a dear friend. Take the time to listen to others, to understand their perspectives and concerns, and seek out feedback from trusted friends and mentors so that you can continue to grow and develop as a person. When you do these things, when you make these habits a non-negotiable part of your life, you'll find that respect becomes a natural byproduct of the way you show up in the world. You'll inspire others to be their best selves, and you'll create a culture of kindness, compassion, and understanding that touches everyone around you. So my friends, let's make a commitment today to live with integrity, to respect ourselves and others, to cultivate empathy and self-awareness, and to create a world where respect is the norm, not the exception. Let's be the change we wish to see in the world, and let's do it together. Thank you for listening, and remember, the power to earn respect lies within you. Use it wisely and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but wait, I've been trying to earn respect for years and it hasn't worked. What makes you so sure that these habits will make a difference? And to that, I say, fair point. Earning respect isn't always easy, and it's not something that happens overnight. But here's the thing: when you consistently practice these habits of integrity, self-respect, empathy, and self-awareness, you start to see a shift in the way people treat you. It might start small, with a colleague who starts to listen more attentively when you speak, or a friend who goes out of their way to show you kindness and support. But over time, these small changes start to add up. You start to notice that people are more willing to collaborate with you, to seek out your opinions and insights, and to treat you with the respect and dignity that you deserve. And here's the really cool part: when you start to earn respect from others, it has a ripple effect on every aspect of your life. You start to feel more confident and self-assured, more willing to take risks and pursue your dreams. You start to attract people who share your values and your commitment to personal growth, and you start to build a community of like-minded individuals who support and encourage you every step of the way. But of course, earning respect isn't just about what you get from others. It's also about what you give to the world. When you live with integrity, when you treat yourself and others with respect, when you cultivate empathy and self-awareness, you become a force for good in the world. You start to make a positive impact on the lives of those around you, and you start to create a legacy that will endure long after you're gone. Think about some of the most respected people in history, people like Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, and Mother Teresa. These individuals weren't perfect, but they lived their lives with a deep commitment to integrity, compassion, and service to others. They inspired millions of people around the world to be their best selves, and they left a lasting impact on the world that continues to be felt to this day. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be a world-renowned leader or a saint to earn respect. But I am saying that when you live your life with purpose and intention, when you make these habits of respect a non-negotiable part of who you are, you start to create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. So how do you start to cultivate these habits in your own life? Well, the first step is to get clear on your values and your priorities. What's most important to you? What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world? Once you have a sense of your values and priorities, the next step is to start aligning your actions with them. This means being honest with yourself and others, even when it's uncomfortable. It means treating yourself with kindness and compassion, even when you're feeling down or discouraged. It means taking the time to listen to others, to understand their perspectives and concerns, even when you disagree with them. And it means being willing to seek out feedback and make changes when necessary, even when it's hard. Of course, cultivating these habits of respect isn't always easy. There will be times when you fall short, when you make mistakes or let someone down. But the key is to remember that personal growth is a journey, not a destination. It's about progress, not perfection. So when you do stumble or fall short, don't beat yourself up. Instead, take a moment to reflect on what happened, to learn from your mistakes, and to recommit to your values and priorities. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. There are countless others out there who are working to cultivate these same habits of respect, who are striving to be their best selves and make a positive impact on the world. One of the best ways to stay motivated and accountable on this journey is to surround yourself with people who share your values and your commitment to personal growth. This might mean joining a community of like-minded individuals, whether it's a professional network, a volunteer organization, or a personal development group. It might mean seeking out mentors or coaches who can offer guidance and support along the way. Or it might simply mean being intentional about the people you spend your time with and choosing to surround yourself with those who lift you up and inspire you to be your best self. Another key to cultivating these habits of respect is to practice gratitude and appreciation. When you take the time to acknowledge and appreciate the good things in your life, whether it's a supportive friend, a meaningful career, or a beautiful sunset, you start to shift your focus away from what's lacking and towards what's abundant. You start to cultivate a sense of contentment and joy that radiates outward, touching everyone around you. And when you make gratitude and appreciation a regular practice, you start to notice a shift in the way you show up in the world. You become more patient, more compassionate, more willing to give others the benefit of the doubt. You start to see the best in people even when they're struggling or making mistakes. And you start to create a culture of respect and appreciation that lifts everyone up. Of course, cultivating these habits of respect isn't just about what happens in your personal life. It's also about how you show up in your professional life, in your community, and in the world at large. It's about using your platform and your influence to create positive change, to advocate for justice and equality, and to be a voice for those who may not have one. This might mean speaking up when you see something that isn't right, even when it's uncomfortable or unpopular. It might mean using your skills and resources to make a difference in your community, whether it's volunteering at a local nonprofit or mentoring a young person who needs guidance and support. Or it might mean using your voice and your influence to advocate for causes that matter to you, whether it's environmental sustainability, social justice, or any other issue that you feel called to address. When you make these habits of respect a core part of who you are, when you use your platform and your influence to create positive change in the world, you start to create a legacy that will endure long after you're gone. You start to inspire others to be their best selves, to stand up for what's right, and to create a world that's more compassionate and more respectful for all. So my friends, let's make a commitment today to cultivate these habits of respect in our own lives and to use our influence and our platform to create positive change in the world. Let's be the leaders and the change makers that our world so desperately needs, and let's do it with integrity, compassion, and a deep respect for ourselves and others. And remember, this journey of personal growth and respect isn't always easy. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way. But when you stay committed to your values and your priorities, when you surround yourself with people who lift you up and inspire you to be your best self, and when you make gratitude and appreciation a regular practice, you start to create a life that's rich with meaning, purpose, and respect. So let's get out there and start living our lives with intention and purpose. Let's be the change we wish to see in the world, and let's do it together. Because when we all commit to cultivating these habits of respect, when we all use our influence and our platform to create positive change, there's no limit to what we can achieve. Thank you for listening, and remember, the power to earn respect and create a better world lies within each and every one of us. Let's use it wisely, and let's start today.